Hello and welcome to this review of the 13th Doctor set. This is the second time I've actually recorded this video because the first time took 40 minutes and it was really boring and it wasn't nice to look at. So I thought I'd redo it, but this time because since recording that video, Toys R Us have actually put the, or are putting the page isn't right up at the moment, but the 13th Doctor set is coming to the UK via Toys R Us. Might be Forbidden Planet as well, not sure, but at this moment I only know of Toys R Us. So Toys R Us for £99.99, so just under £100, and it's quite a lot of money. Obviously many fans won't be able to afford it. It is quite ridiculously priced for 13 repaints, but for this review I thought I would take an alternate view, considering I have the privilege to be able to show you the set and what I think about it before it comes out. So it's like a pre-review for people, because I know I've seen people do a few videos already and a lot of the comments are filled with the same stuff, so I thought I would make the case for why you should and why you shouldn't buy this set. And hopefully by the end, for those who are unsure, or hopefully I might be able to convince some people that weren't going to buy it to buy it. I don't know. So basically, watch this video and we will see the best bits and the worst bits, and then you can judge if you think it's worth it. I just want to say that I'm not actually getting paid to do this. I'm not getting anything for it, just for fun. I thought it would help out other people. So yeah, let's get right into it, shall we? What I'm going to do, because I've already recorded this review and I know how it ends, I'm going to start with the 12th Doctor and go back to the first, because in my opinion his is the worst figure. So starting with him with the worst and getting better is better than starting with the best and getting worse, because it got really depressing by the end, because it was just there was no way that you could sell it if you ended with the 13th Doctor, 12th Doctor, 13th incarnation. Anyway, that'll probably come up in the comments. I'm going to say the 12th Doctor and the War Doctor, not the 13th Doctor and the 9th Doctor, just because we know as the 12 that we definitely know, to keep it, you know, fluent. Probably, I've been looking for a word, but that's all I can think of, so oh well. Right, so we'll start with the 13th... I just said that I was going to do it. Starting with the 12th Doctor, Peter Capaldi. Now, if you focus... yeah, so here is the 13th Doctor set version. As you can see, it's pretty much the same as the release last year. I've actually got last year's release because I thought it was worth bringing it. So this is the original, this is the second one. As you will probably notice, that the jacket is slightly more purple than blue. It does actually look bluer in real life. I think it's just the lighting that make it look purple, but as you can see it's slightly different. The jacket is slightly more glossy than the original release, and the hair is slightly darker. Go on, focus for me. There we go. Yeah, slightly darker coloured hair, but pretty much the same, really. Oh, his shoes are no longer shiny. Go on, focus for me. There we go. It focused and then went out. There we go. As you can see, the original is much more gloss. So if you don't have the original black Capaldi, that's a good substitute. But I would prefer. I prefer the original. So that's basically all I can say for that one. Oh, and the reason why this is the most disappointing one is the red lining actually comes out sort of salmon pink colour instead of red, for some reason. I'm not sure why they've changed to make it lighter, because the original one is obviously red, but for some reason it's much lighter. So yeah, that is the downside to that one. The Sonic is pretty much the same, so yeah, that is the 12th Doctor. Moving back to the 11th Doctor. Now, I wasn't very keen on this to start with, because it's obviously the old costume, but it's a very nice repaint actually. The coat is much nicer than the original. It's slightly lighter, The pictures that have been posted of the actual set make it look extremely bright, but as you can see, it's not that bright. Yeah, the detailing makes it look a lot more like the Series 5 jacket than the original release, and obviously the buttons have been painted. The paintwork on the face is quite good, although he does look off to the left a bit, which is a bit odd, and there's you can see the joint in the hair, but that might not be on all of them, so that's up to you. The hair on all of these figures is painted extremely well, I would say. I've never had a set that was so well painted, obviously apart if you ignore the salmon inside part of the 12's jacket, but that's about it. The coat, not the coat, sorry, the shirt is not is quite a lot more, stands out a lot more. Obviously, as you can see, the lines don't always go to the top, which is sort of a shame, but it does look quite nice. It's from far away it looks okay. Obviously, I prefer the maybe more toned down, because the lines are really obvious. So I don't know, it looks sort of Dreamlord-ish, because it's quite bright, so I don't know, it's up to you. However, the shoes are actually the right colour for once. They are a black wash with this nice scuff effect of with the brown, and from certain angles, there we go, you can see the detailing a lot better, and I quite like that. The trousers are sort of a light bluish. They've tried to use the least amount of blacks in this set, so you won't get an entirely black figure, which is quite nice. So they'll avoid that as much as possible. Let's move back to Tennant. Again, one of those figures doesn't stand out that much, but I'm really impressed with once I've actually received it, because there's nice little additions to it, such as the shoes, which have been painted with a dirt wash, if it will focus, thank you very much, like so, which is very nice. The suit, I think, is pretty much as it is normally. It's not any lighter, more closer to a brown, more greyish again, but it's okay. The coat is, I think, a slightly different colour. I think it's slightly closer to what it should be, and they have painted the buttons, which does actually bring it out really nicely, and I'm really happy with that actually. I've just dropped the Sonic, but yeah, very nice. The shirt is now white instead of light blue, which is cool. It's quite nice, and obviously the head, even though it's the exact same sculpt, the paintwork does actually bring out closer Tennant than I would say the original releases were. The hair, if we can just get that in focus, because of the crispness of the paint, it brings the sculpt out massively. I will show you McCoy's hair, because his is probably the best example, because they're all the same sculpt, but the paintwork is massively improved to make these a lot better. So yeah, that's Tennant. So alright, it started off worse and it's getting better slightly. Let's move back to Christopher Eccleston, the 9th Doctor. Now, obviously, the eyebrows, they're a lot thicker than they were previously. When I first saw it, I thought, whoa, that is too much. But upon having it in hand, it's not too bad. Obviously, because we've been used to, nearly 10 years of the thinner eyebrow releases, it's hard to get used to it. But when you actually see it, I think it does work quite well, actually. And because this one's slightly up, it does sort of bring out that, what's it called, Eccleston vibes. The eyes are quite bigger than they usually were, but the paintwork's really good. Can't really say much about the hair. I mean, you can sort of see the sculpting a bit better. None of my figures actually have any paint leaks whatsoever, which is sort of unheard of for character options. So if you find one, you're very, very unlucky. But as far as I'm aware, there are very, very, very good quality control on this set, which is worth the money, I would say already, to have figures that aren't awful. The jacket has got this nice brown coat. It's got various colours. It's definitely not black. And this has got very, I'm just saying words at the moment, but it's a nice dirt washed jacket which sort of suits how it looked in the show. So well done on that, character options. I have only just noticed that the inside of the cuffs are actually painted as well. I've not actually noticed that before. That is impressive. If you see inside there, you can actually see that they have painted the inside of the jacket. That is pretty impressive, actually. I wasn't expecting that. Obviously they haven't inside there, but on the cuffs that is extraordinary. So there we go, an added feature I was not aware of. Now obviously the shirt looks a bit blue, but it's definitely purple. From certain lights you can actually see that it is purple. But it's nice shirt, nice variant. It's better than having another black or burgundy, or preferably I'd like a green one because it was only ever released in the San Diego Comic Con exclusive, I think. But yeah, another thing is with bright lights, the trousers do show up really bright blue. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. I've sort of got used to it now because in person it's not as obvious, but that they are quite bright compared to what seen in the show, and the boots are sort of matte instead of glossy like they used to be, which is okay, I suppose. It's a nice figure in the end. But yeah, that is the 9th Doctor. Let's move on to the War Doctor. Here we go. Now they couldn't really do much with this figure because they can't sculpt the younger John Hurt, because I think he said that he doesn't want action figures of his younger self. So they were stuck with this one, and all over basically the hair is much darker, or it's a little grayer. The beard particularly has been painted a lot better than the original release, which I'm really happy with. But yeah, it's very nice, no paint leaks, very crisp. The hair detailing comes out really well. The scarf I think is pretty much the same. I think the lines are actually, there's more lines in it than there used to be, which is a good thing. We'll start at the bottom actually, we'll start inside. The inside has actually got a dirt wash. It is actually green, but from certain angles it does sort of look reddish like it does in certain promo images, so that is better than having it solid green, which it used to be. What's it called? Bandolier thing is also dirt washed. His legs and trousers, his trousers and boots have also got a nice dirt wash all around them, and it really works really nicely. Again, a problem with the War Doctors I received is that some of the buttons weren't actually painted, but on this one they are all painted perfectly, and also the bits around there as well, so it really wings out, and the shoes have got a nice cuff detail as well. But it looks really good. Definite improvement from that. The only problem I have with this figure is the jacket. It seems way too dark for the figure, but obviously it doesn't have to represent the one from Day of the Doctor. But yeah, that's my only problem. It's a nice colour. In certain lights it does shine through the lighter colours, as you can see around here and up there. But apart from that, yeah, that is pretty much all I can say on that figure. It's a nice one. It's not the best of the set, but it's a nice detail. If you haven't got the War Doctor, then it's a nice one anyway. Moving back to the Night of the Doctor, for 8th Doctor, Paul McGann. Now this is a very nice figure. Obviously it's the same as the one released last year. Again, very hard to get hold of, so if you don't have this, if you don't have the original, again, another good reason to get this set, to get Capaldi, this and the War Doctor, because all three, well, Capaldi's not that rare, but the other two are quite hard to get hold of, so that's a worthy reason to get this. I don't know what that was. There was a beep. Anyway, I don't know where to start. The jacket actually has a nice dirt, there's washes of different colours to bring out that, so it's from the crashed look as it should be. There's dirt washed all over the body as well, and the shoes. So it is slightly different to the original release, and obviously doesn't come with the cup or the bandolier that goes across. I think the shirt as well has got a few extra detailing with the paint, but yeah, the costume is a much nicer. It's a nice variant. My big problem with this actual figure is the head. Now it's lovely. It's been painted originally really good. My only problem is the blood, which is, in my opinion, awful. It doesn't actually reflect what the blood looked like in Night of the Doctor. This is just splashed on all over, so it looks sort of terrible. In my opinion, they should have done it to fit with what it should have looked like. So because I had spares, and before I bought this set, obviously I did a video on the custom one. This is my custom one, which is supposed to be the same figure. I've tried to do the same washes on the coats as well, but in terms of blood, I think I prefer my version, if it will focus, because as you can see, I've done the paint marks across his nose, on his lip, across his head, and on his neck, like it was in the actual episode, instead of just splattered all over his face. I've also give him a dirt wash onto his face as well, which isn't on the figure, so it sort of looks too clean and bloody. So I think they should have revised that before releasing. That is my only down the problem with this figure. Apart from that, it's very nice. So I think I might swap the heads over, because this figure actually is a dodgy one. Its arm doesn't actually. It's got the ball joint wasn't put in properly. So that's why it's being customised, because it's 40. But yeah, that is the 8th Doctor. It comes with a nice Sonic, pretty well done. But yeah, that is him. Moving back to the 7th Doctor, Sylvester McCoy. Now, again, one of those figures that was sort of like a meh when I first saw it, but I'm really actually happy that it's in here. The paintwork is outstanding. Now, compared to the 11th Doctor set, obviously it's pretty much the same outfit. The only difference is the trousers are now in green, with different blue stripes and stuff, and the scarf things are that's an awful thing to say, but yeah, they've got green and red instead of whatever they were on the 11th Doctor set one, and this chain is silver instead of bronze, I think, and the tie is different as well. But apart from that, the jacket is pretty much the same. They've done the button, which is nice detailing. The biggest thing I really love is actually the head. Now, I don't know if you can see it, but the detailing of paintwork is outstanding. There's no paint leaks. It's absolutely stunning, and the way they've done the hair really brings out the sculpt, even though it's exactly the same. Here's the original 11th Doctor set one. If we just focus, as you can see, you can see the sculpt a lot better in the new version than on the original one. It's like they put too much paint on this one, so it didn't come out, whereas this one, it's so crisp and it brings out way more detail. You'd think it was the new sculpt, but it's exactly the same. Obviously, as you can see, this is the best way to see the difference in quality of paintwork. The old one looks absolutely terrible and so cheap in comparison. If you just look at it's exactly the same sculpt, just painted differently, and it looks entirely different, and it's a lot less orange than it was before. So yeah, Sylvester McCoy's head sculpt paintwork is absolutely stunning in this set. Definitely worth the reasons. It's one of my main reasons why you should get this, actually, because it is the best Sylvester McCoy figure they've ever done. Ever. Absolutely incredible paintwork. Moving back to number 6. Oh, I forgot to mention, it comes with 8th Sonic from the TV movie, and an umbrella. The only difference for the umbrella actually is the red bits aren't glossed anymore. They're much more matte, so it's up to you if that's worth it or not. And on to number 6. Now, completely different costume to what we're usually getting. It's not the real-time 6th Doctor. It's meant to be from the Big Finish covers. And I absolutely adore this costume. It's absolutely amazing. We'll start at the bottom. He's got these nice shoes, very nice, very nicely done, and these nicely striped dark blue trousers, very nice. And the coat, which is in as many colours of blue you could possibly think of, all the way around. Here's the back, and I absolutely adore this figure. It's so good, so well done. The detailing on that is amazing. If we move closer up, you can see the cat badge, which is absolutely amazing for how small it is. When I tried to customise this one, it was so hard to do. But I'm so happy that I actually got it in the end, because mine's awful. As you can see, all of the detailing, all these stripes, pretty well done. And the question mark in blue instead of red. And then again with the head sculpt, it's exactly the same sculpt, but the paintwork is so well done that you can see how crisp the sculpt is. And it's just amazing how we've never had anything as good as this, to be honest. All of the sculpts on on the heads are absolutely amazing, but we've just never seen it because they've been covering it with paint and not very well. So yeah, very, very well done. I'm really, really happy. Again, it's so crisp, no leaks or anything. Absolutely amazing. Now, an added feature on the Sonic Lance, I think, is they've actually added the white stripes down the side, which were never on the original releases. Again, slightly varianted thing, accessory, but yeah, pretty nice. Very happy with that one. It's probably one of the ones that most people go buy the set for. It's a very big selling point because it's exclusive to the set. And stand up, please. And why this gonna? He's not doing a very example. I also know that he's not doing a very good example of it. But actually, this is the first set that I've got a 6th Doctor that doesn't need to bend entirely forwards to stand up. So I don't know why. Maybe I'm just really unlucky. But for this one, it's fixed. So either that was a common thing and they fixed it now, or I was just unlucky for so many years. Moving on to the 5th Doctor, Peter Davison. Now, again, one of these ones that didn't really excite me when I saw it in the box. I was like, oh, another variant. But actually getting it, it's now one of my favourites, actually, which is surprising, because I didn't realise how different it is. If we start with the shoes, they've got a very nice dirtish wash. The detailing, I've never noticed it on other 5th Doctor figures. And the trousers, the way they're painted, is so well done, and they're so different to any other trousers we've had before. So much so that in packaging, it actually looks like a new sculpt, but it's not. It's exactly the same sculpt. It's amazingly done how just a bit of paintwork can change all of that. Now moving up to the jacket, I think we start with the jacket. Now the jacket is slightly darker than previous releases, and the red lining all the way around is actually closer to orange, which is I think what it should be. So that's much, much nicer. The jumper is painted very well. It's so crisp. Even when I tried to do it, it was awful. So very well done. The celery, very well done. Very happy with that. I will mention they have actually done the buttons on the back, on the cuffs as well, which is a regular thing, and here as well, which they didn't do on the previous releases. So they are doing a lot of detail. And moving up to the head. Now my only problem with this figure is actually the mouth. I don't know what it is, but it looks like he's smiling and non-smiling at the same time. I'm not sure why, but that's my only problem with it. The actual hair sculpt, as you can see, because of the way that it's painted and all of the different layers of paint that they've added, it really, really brings out the detailing so well. The hair on all of these figures is outstanding, just so good. Same sculpt, just amazingly well painted. And basically that's, well, actually I was going to say that's all I can say, but on the Sonic they have actually finally added the white stripe around the middle, which was, as far as I'm aware, never actually done before. So thank you for finally doing that, character options. Let's put that there and move on to the 4th Doctor, Tom Baker. Now again, another reason to get this set is because it comes with the Season 18 Tom, which we haven't had since the one with K9, and it goes for like £80 on eBay sometimes, which is absolutely ridiculous. I actually had to go and get the Regen 5th figure and swap the heads to get one. So this is the old one with the swapped head. So yeah, as you can see, comparing them, the scarf is, the detail on the scarf is absolutely drastically, amazingly much better. That's not even a word, is it? The detailing is way better than it was originally, as you can see just there, even at the bottom. Whoop. It's so much better. It's slightly darker than the original, but yeah. We'll start with, I can't really show much because of the things. As you can see, pretty nice, nicely done. The dirt wash on the shoes, which is very nice. The coat with the buttons have been painted. The scarf is absolutely incredible. I'm trying to show you down the side of the scarf. Yeah, all these buttons which you don't always see, but they have been painted, which is very nice. If we go around the back as well, they've been painted as well, and it's very nice. So yeah, the scarf is absolutely amazing. I'm really happy with it. So I can't really say much about it, but the head is absolutely amazing. I think it's the best head of the set, I would say, apart from Sylvester McCoy's. But it looks so much like Tom Baker. It's unlike any of the previous releases we've ever had. The hair is so well done. It's got bits of grey, bits of dark brown, bits of light brown as well. That really brings it out. And the face work is so well done. It's ridiculous. I mean, compare it to what was the Keeper of Dragon head, I think. And you can see it's I think, as far as I'm aware, the exact same sculpt, but it's ridiculously improved. I mean, he doesn't look creepy eyes. The eyes are really a lot less creepy, so that's a good thing. And as you can see, the hair is more browner than black than the previous releases, so that's good. So yeah, very nicely done. I don't think they've done much to the Sonic except for it's a little neater than normal. So that's another best seller part of it. And this is also, we're getting better and better each time. Now this is probably my favourite new variant of the set because, well, apart from Sig actually. But again, very nicely done. We'll start at the bottom. The trousers are very good, nice shoes as well, sort of lightish, bluish. The coat, again, I'll just drop the Sonic. The cuffs have got the buttons and the stripe and obviously the white frilly bits, which is very nice. If we look at the detail of the actual jacket, I don't know if it's meant to be, but I'm really not happy with how the black line doesn't actually reach the bottom. It stops, but if it's meant to be like that, I'll shut up. If it's not, then that is probably my only issue with this figure. The detailing is so well done on that, all the way around. Very nice figure. The head sculpt, again, the same as it is normally, but it is painted incredibly well. It looks so much like John Pertwee. The hair is a lot nicer. I know the previous release, the B&M sets, the hair went sort of yellowish, but this one they've gone back to a nice whitish colour. I just picked up the Sonic because I want to keep them together. But yeah, very nice figure. One of the best things about this set is that it's the Third Doctor. So yeah, very nice. The Sonic, I think, is pretty much the same just a lot more crisp. And then, nearly done. Moving back to the second Doctor now. Autofocus. Now this is one of my favourites. It stuck out straight away when I saw it. Was this variant of the second Doctor, I think from the Two Doctors, or I'm going to get corrected. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay. It's from one of the ones he returns. It's the Two Doctors or the Five Doctors, but I'm not going to say. But he's got this nice trouser pattern which we haven't seen before. Shoes a nice brown with scuff marks, as most of them are. The jacket is really nicely done. It's basically the same, but the paintwork is so crisp that it brings out the sculpt a lot better. Got the nice thingamabob there. I forgot the name of it. This is awful. Now his shirt is quite a different thing. It's now grey. I thought it was light blue, but it's actually grey, which is a nice variant with a nice bow tie. And obviously his head, I was going to say hair and then said head as well. So he's got the older version of Patrick Troughton, and again it brings out the sculpt immensely well. Like, immensely looks amazing. Now when I first saw it, I thought it looked awful in packaging, but in hand it is so much nicer. It's not just black with silver, it's actually, I think most of the bits that look silver are actually light browns, which works so well, and it does really make him look like Patrick Troughton. Very, very good. The paintwork for the sculpt is absolutely amazing. So again, a very good one. He doesn't come with any accessories, which is really odd, but no matter. You get two for some Sylvester McCoy, so whatever. And obviously the last one, which is probably the one that most people spotted first after 6th, is the first Doctor, William Hartnell. I think it's supposed to be from the Web of Fear, but I've checked and it's very loosely based on that, but it's very nice. He's got these nice shoes, which I didn't realise had that much sculpting actually in them. It's not until they painted them that you can actually tell that they have detailing on, which is quite nice. Trousers in a nice checkered thingy. His jacket is again pretty normal. Don't know if that's a mark that I've caused. I think that's a mark that I've caused just having owning it. So that shouldn't be on all of them, but obviously, yeah. The only actual problem with this set is that his cheek has got a little mark on it. Apart from that, the quality control is absolutely phenomenal. He's got this nice, which is loosely based because I've checked and it's a lot more detailed in the actual costume, but this is nicely done. It's a very nice change from the standard Hartnell figure, but yeah, very, very nice. And obviously, moving up back to the head, the paintwork makes the hair look a lot nicer. It's a lot more grey than solid white, which is nice for once. And obviously, he hasn't got sore eyes, thank God, because some releases they were really red. Sorry. So yeah, that is vastly improved. Very happy with that. Again, no more accessories for Hartnell, but an incredibly nice figure, and that sort of ends up the set, really. Now we've had a look at all of them, I can tell you why I think it's worth it, if it hasn't already convinced you. Now, £99 in the UK is not too bad for this price, for this set, because even though they are variants, they are figures still. If you think about it, some of us paid £15 for a re-release of the exact same figure that we've already had released. So if you think about it, £99 works out to I think £7 per figure, so you're only actually paying £7 per actual figure. And considering some of them are really, really nice, I mean, Tom, the first 7 are pretty nice. It sort of ends up paying, if you worked out how much it would cost just to buy the first 7, it would cover the cost already. So you're sort of getting them ones free, if you think it that way, anyway. I paid £94 for mine from America, but I did have to pay shipping and customs, so it did shove it over £100 by quite a bit. But I'm happy I did it anyway, because I'm not sure how this is going to be released or how many there are going to be released in the UK. It could instantly sell out and I wouldn't have got it. But I've obviously had this for a month or 2 now, so I'm very happy that I do have it. And it's not going to worry me if there are future releases, because obviously Tuxedo 10 is meant to be coming out at Forbidden Planet in December, I think. So I'm saving up for the next lot, whilst some people are still debating on whether to get this set. So in terms of price-wise, it's extremely good for the amount of figures you get. Even though they're just repaints, it's better than getting 13 exactly the same figures, as in not different costumes. I mean, if you got the 11th Doctor set, but with Capaldi and Hurt, you've basically just paid £100 for 2 figures that are not worth buying in a set, you know? So, because they are variants, I think personally they're worth paying £7. I mean, if you were to buy them separately, you could be paying up to £15 to £30 per like the nice ones, so like 6 and 4 and 3, 2 and 1. You could end up paying more for them separately than it is to get the entire set, and it comes with a really nice packaging as well, which I've actually kept in my cupboard because it's so nice. And I do actually use the backing for reviews and things sometimes, but I decided to use the TARDIS for this one. Obviously the console is stuck in there, so I can't really move it to show you everything. But personally, I think it's very good. If you do have, I'm bound to have forgotten something, but if you do have a question or you want to know something about the set, then just put it in the comments and I will answer as soon as I can, and with a reasonable answer perhaps, or some way to answer your question. Or I don't want to cause a debate, you know. If you have an opinion, sure, you can put that in there, I don't mind. If you think the set is absolute rubbish, you can do that if you like, I don't mind. I mean, as long as you're not criticising me. No, I don't really care. If you don't like the review, oh well, sorry, but this is trying to help some people, and hopefully it does help some people. If you do think that I'm boring to listen to, I know my voice sort of drones on sometimes, and I realise that I'm doing it and it sounds awful, but I'm trying to help people here, so that's why I'm doing it. I mean, I recorded a review for this set 3 times already now, so I want to get this one out, so hopefully that works. Whilst I'm also talking about this, yesterday I did reveal on Twitter that I'm actually taking a break from YouTube, and I thought I'd shove it into the end of this video because this is going to go out before. But this Sunday is, Sunday the 23rd, I think, is the confidential for the last episode back in August, I think. I know it's been a long time, but a lot of stuff's happened. So I will link in the description the blog post that I did, so you can go and read that, and it'll explain what's happened, so that you know what's happening. This channel will be sort of dead for a while. I'm going to come back for my 6th anniversary for the week of the 24th of November, because that's the anniversary for me. So I'll be doing some videos. I will probably be doing a poll or something. If you have ideas for that, I think I'm going to do a hangout of some kind, a live event, and show you part of the attic that I'm building for the next project. customizing live or something. I'm not sure at the moment. Guests and stuff, sort of just something new, because the content recently has been custom figure reviews and the odd extra video, so I thought I would take a break from it all, let it settle, and then come back with a bang, and hopefully I will be back just before Christmas properly for regular videos again, and then start 2017 with a bang with new episodes of FA finally. So I think that's pretty much the plan. So thank you very much for watching this review. I know it's a long one, but I hope that I've helped some people. Questions in the comments, blog post in the description, all okay. So this Sunday is the last video you'll get from me for at least a month, so please watch it. Please, thank you. Thank you very much, and I'll see you soon.